Okay, since you're not reacting, I just have to accept it as some kind of ayahuasca-fueled nightmare of a game, I guess. I don't know. Time to go into the game segment, and because of the previous segments, Mo is not going first. Mo, we are...
Wow. Poor Mo. Had a rough show.
I know.
We are going to start with John. I have no idea what this is, but if it's the thing you teased earlier,
yeah, it is. It is.
I'm extremely interested to hear how this game turns out.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, George.
Yeah, so you guys know that I love a particular style of game called a Metroidvania. We've talked about them before with Hollow Knight and Shadow Complex, a giant open world map that you can explore, but there's some things you can't get to until you get a certain weapon or ability or something like that. And so literally, I had not played a Metroidvania in a while, and it was last weekend I said, let's just go to YouTube and search best Metroidvania-style games that are coming out soon or whatever, and start browsing. And I came across one called Yoku's Island Express by a company called Villa Gorilla, which helps already. It's got a monkey in it, so that helps. The thing that initially turned me on to this, the crazy part is that never before in a game prior to now have I played the protagonist who is a dung beetle. That is who you are in this game.
Are you rolling dung around?
It's funny you should ask.
I'm just going with the theme here.
So
I mean,
you are
so you love movies called Pig and Goat and Sheep Herder or what the hell ever Bigfoot thing. Now you're into games like Cat and Dung Beetle.
Yeah,
are you just no longer wanting to be human at this point?
Well, I like animals. I'm a friend of wildlife.
I can tell. I'm a little worried about how much you like animals at this point.
Yeah. Well, be careful how much you crap talking before you hear more about it, because George, you might remember at SFGE, you talked about the arcade and you said, I kind of liked this thing a little bit more than I liked the arcade games. Do you remember what you said?
I think I talked about the pinball machines.
You did. So, Mo, you asked, does your dung beetle push around any dung?
Yeah.
A little ball of dung. Well,
that's what I'm thinking.
He's actually pushing around a little ball that is not technically dung. It is a ball that he's tethered to. This entire open world game is a Metroidvania. So your dung beetle can't jump. All he can do is walk left and right. All of his abilities are accomplished in the game by playing pinball machines that are embedded into the world.
What the?
So there are little flippers all over the world. One that will hop you up onto a platform with your left and right trigger. There are games you have to play where you flip the dung beetle's just hanging on by a string by his dear life. The ball he's pushing is what you actually use in the game. It's called Yoku's Island Express because you you arrive at this island because you've been hired to be the new mailman who has to deliver packages all over the island using the mechanism of these pinball machines.
I'm confused.
Point of order, I guess.
Go for it.
George, you have the floor.
What the dung beetle hell is this? Okay. A dung beetle knows how to play pinball, my first problem. The ball is attached to the dung beetle, so what, when he hits it with a flipper, he goes flying with it? How does he control the flipper after that?
Exactly.
The world is made up of pinball machines?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay, since you're not reacting, I just have to accept it as some kind of ayahuasca-fueled nightmare of a game, I guess. I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. It's overwhelmingly positively reviewed on Steam. It's got a 10 out of 10 in many reviews. It's got a 4.75 out of 5 on IGN. So I gave this thing a try. I finished the story already. I just got it last week. This is an amazing, cute, little game that you explore a world, gather abilities. Everybody is a different kind of character that you get to meet and talk to. There are people that you love and people that you hate. It's the kind of game that I absolutely love. The two kinds I like are kind of like those dark, weird limbo kind of games, and then these bright, cartoony Metroidvania kind of games. And this is in the latter. It's squarely in the latter. And the good news is it's currently like $20 on most places. I went to Is There Any Deal? $3.75.
Wow.
Okay. I mean,
I've played it about 8 or 9 hours, finished the main quest, and I'm at 70%. There's plenty more stuff for me to go around and explore and get.
I've thrown $5 at other piece of shit games, and since this is literally a piece of game, I guess I can throw $3 and change at it.
Oh my God.
Let me tell you, I would love for you guys to go grab this from Is There Any Deal and try it, because I would love to hear you eat your words when you find out just how cool this little game
I'm
is.
not saying it's I'm just confused. Quite
Yeah,
honestly.
exactly.
Understandably.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not sure what I'd be getting into if I bought it, but for $3, why not?
I mean, it's cheaper than a Happy Meal.
Yep. And it's going to make you even happier. You'll still be hungry, but you'll be happy.
I don't know, after watching a beetle push around a big pile of dung, I don't know how hungry I'll be.
They don't technically say it is dung
tethered to this thing.
But you can kind of, well, I assume by however dung beetles tether themselves to dung. I don't know what method. I'm sure there's some filament. Who knows?
Do they tether themselves to
Exactly.
dung?
I don't think so.
I'm confused.
Well, Yoku
about.
does in this game. So yes, at least one dung beetle does. So as weird as it sounds, and I know it sounds crazy, it's a really great game. And I've actually gone back after finishing the campaign and played it 3 more times since then. I beat it back on Wednesday or something.
Wow.
And it's still a lot of fun to go back and play. It's
Okay.
fun. It's one of those games that's fun to play with, because you're playing the game, but then you're playing with the game by getting the abilities and going to the pinball machine. And what if I grab one of these guys and take him over here? What would that do? It's all the intermix. It's well put together and published, I should say, by old Amiga favorite Team 17. So kind of in that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So good stuff. All right. So that's my weird dung beetle game. Mo, how about you? What have you been playing?